Hello and welcome to the Rafferty Mills Connection podcast. Allow me the honour and pleasure of introducing my next guest, truly a star in his own right. He's worked with some of the biggest A-list actors in Hollywood, Johnny Depp, Robert DeNiro, Nicolas Cage and John Malkovich amongst others. With films such as Con Air, Desperados and From Dusk Till Dawn on his resume, my next guest is truly one of a kind and is well respected and loved by fans all across the world. My next guest is none other than Danny Trejo himself. Danny, welcome to the show.
Welcome. And he just finished starring in a movie called Machete, co-starring Mr. Robert DeNiro.
Absolutely. Well, that's the first thing I was going to ask you about. Is so that's pretty much wrapped now, right?
Oh, yeah. Robert Rodriguez is editing that puppy right now.
Fantastic. Did you enjoy the experience?
Oh, yeah. That should be coming up in April. That should be coming out in April, I think. That's what they're looking for.
Awesome. I guess, how did it go from the fake trailer to the actual film itself? Who approached you to do it?
Well, actually, the response on the trailer was so big. There's a cult following from the trailer. So Robert said, we got to do it. But it's funny, when we were doing Desperado, he actually said he wanted to do a movie called Machete. And he explained it to me, and I said, wow, it's a good idea, put it together. So then, 10 years later, we did that fake trailer, and I said, oh, this is it. So it was, it came out really good. And like I said, in Grindhouse, not to say that it was the best thing in Grindhouse, but it got like the biggest response, as far as hits on websites and people asking when it was going to be done. I went to England, and there was about 5 guys that had that picture of Machete tattooed on their back.
Brilliant.
So I said, whoa! I should have got their names. And I'm telling you right now, whoever that one guy was that's got Machete tattooed on his back, get in touch with us and we'll bring you the premiere.
Oh, I'd love that. I guess, what's it like to work with Robert De Niro? Because he's such a legend, in acting, and let me
tell you something. When he first walked on set, because I did Heat with Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
And when he walked on set, he said, wow, Danny, this is it. You're starring. This is your big shot, man. He said, I'm really proud of you. I knew you were going to make it. And all I could think to say was, Mr. De Niro, would you like some coffee? Because I'm still in awe of that guy. Do you understand? I'm still in awe. My agent says I'm not supposed to ask for autographs or take pictures because I'm like a big actor too, But Robert, would you take a picture with me? Yeah, in a minute. You know what I mean?
Okay, what kind of role does he have, by the way? Is it a big role?
He plays the senator. He plays the main bad guy.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the main bad guy, and naturally, he killed it. I mean, it was like he's amazing to watch, and then the cast of that, we've got Robert De Niro, Jessica Alba, Lindsay Lohan, Michelle Rodriguez, Cheech Marin, Steven Seagal, Jeff Fahey, and it goes on, and Don Johnson.
That's a fantastic cast, isn't it?
Yeah, oh God, man! I just sat there and just like looked at this cast, and it was funny because Robert did that movie Shorts, and he had in the shorts the kids had a wishing rock, and it's funny because I remember when I asked him, Robert, how did you get this cast? And he pulled out my wishing rock, and he was hilarious, But we had a blast. And then Robert is so enthusiastic about his work that we had fun doing it. I mean, we just had fun doing it. I didn't realize it, but Robert Rodriguez has been training me to do Machete ever since we did Desperado, because the character is a little bit of each one of those guys.
Well, I wanted to ask you, though, in terms of Machete, do you know when it's supposed to come out? Do you know when it's actually been released?
I think Robert mentioned June. It's supposed to come out in June. And so, that's awesome.
I've got to ask you about this because I've got a lot of questions about this, but the Predator remake.
Oh, God. Adrian Brody, come on. That is so unbelievable. I thought, because Adrian Brody is kind of like a drama guy, so I kind of thought, well, but man, did he nail it. And he nails it. He's a great actor, but he was so physical and so mental that you could really believe it. You know what I mean? Arnold, come on, just muscles. I kill Predator, I'll be back. But Adrian, when any time the camera was on him, you could tell that he was thinking. You know what I mean? So I can't tell you whether he beats the Predator or not, but he uses his mind during this whole thing. And we're all killers. The Predator captures us and puts us on this planet and hunts us. And so we're all, he just gets 8 killers from all over the world. I just happen to be a drug lord assassin. And so, yeah, but it's great. We have these huge Predator dogs that the Predator uses to take us down.
Yeah. I actually interviewed a guy that you've just starred in it with, Walton Goggins. I did an interview with him a while back.
Walt's my pal.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Great actor. Yeah, don't be so serious, Walton. But he's a great little actor, man. He really, even Topher Gray. Like when what are you doing here? You know what I mean? But he was amazing, and he comes from television. So usually you get television stars that are a little. They kind of think everybody's supposed to get them a cappuccino. You know what I mean? And then they run into me and find out, oh, no, I better not ask him to get me a cappuccino. But Topher was really, really professional. Really a nice kid, man. He's my pal. I've hung out with him.
Is it kind of the same storyline as the original, if they changed it?
Well, somewhat, but now the Predators are actually, it's sport. They're hunting us for sport. They're coming to this, they capture us, put us on a planet, and then hunt us. So it's kind of like this planet is their hunting lodge. And there's some big surprises in it. There's some great big surprises because that cast and the secret, the Predator guy that's there, is like it'll blow your mind when you find out who it is.
It's not Arnie, is it?
I can't tell you. But there's some great. It's just a great cast. It's really fun to work with.
Were you nervous about doing that? Because I guess a lot of remakes are made these days, and it kind of falls into that same kind of thing of sequel, remake. Are you always nervous about doing that kind of thing?
I'm not nervous about anything Robert Rodriguez does. He has an automatic yes from me, and he was producing this. Who directed it was a kid named Nimrod. And at first, I chew up new directors, man. I've been in this business since '85, but he was unbelievable. Kind of like really surprised me. And I love people that know. If you've been in this game since 1985, it's obviously you know what you're doing. So, if they'll listen to like a different opinion, and take it into consideration, they don't have to do it, but I hate them directors that know everything. Because when you know everything, then that means you no longer can learn. And he was beautiful. If you had a good idea, if anybody had a good idea, it's like, hey, that's a good idea. Let's incorporate that. You know what I mean? So he was really beautiful. Nimrod, he's going to be one of the greats. I already know it.
So is that done now? Have you got more filming to do for that, or is that just all
done?
No,
that's done. That just wrapped in Austin, Texas about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, fantastic. So you enjoyed the experience then, huh?
Yeah, that's supposed to be coming out in July.
Oh, brilliant. So June is Machete and July is Predators.
Yeah, look out, man. I might mess around and end up a movie star here.
Hey, you're gonna be a big star, man. Long time coming.
Yeah. Where are you at? Where are you calling from?
I'm in the UK. I'm in Glasgow.